No. Let's see if we can even get anybody over here.
Huh?
Let's see if we can get anybody over here. Tomorrow's gonna be easy. To get people, expect 26,000 people to reach out. Today, they did maybe 3,000, 4,000. The press conference was really good. All the press was here.
What do you think?
If anything was to go south, you got full control of the game.
Okay.
But try not to speak because it's going to record you. Is there something happening?
Yeah, in a few minutes there's gonna be a couple speakers coming out.
Do you know what they're going to talk about?
Mental health awareness. One of the guys right here. He's struggling how he's doing.
Yeah, because I saw sports preview, but it's not good review.
Well, the race does speak about the race. That's always speaking about the race. Speakers from all the other things. And then there's something that's going to come up in this one.
¿Adiós, qué rico?
Yes.
Español.
Sí.
¿De dónde eres?
De Guatemala.
Ah, sí. Yo viví en México. Sí.
What? I'm slightly deaf in this ear. It's hard to hear anything.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Check 1 2. Hey, how's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today?
Welcome, Ottawa!
Let's go!
Yes, we're inside the place to be today. Ottawa Race Weekend Expo. We are MC Bacon and DJ Mendes kicking it off for you guys. Having some fun. How's Ottawa doing today? No, I don't hear any runners in here. I hear some people that are just walking around. I want to hear the runners make some noise!
Tell them what we can do today, Mendes.
So today we got a very special guest all the way from Texas. We're going to bring him up in a second. He's the author of Metal Monday. If you guys know what Metal Monday is, I mean, half of you should know what Metal Monday is in the building. The rest of you are going to get to know it very quickly. However, he's not just a speaker. He's not just a regular interview for us. He's somebody very special because he brings us not only his life story, but how many of you have been shot in anywhere in your body? How many of you have survived being shot? So we're going to bring up our guest today, Mr. Aaron Burros. Please come up and join us on the stage. Yes, sir, there he is, Mr. Aaron Burros. So Aaron, thank you for being here with us first and foremost. But more importantly, I have a question for you. For those of us, because literally, we're not going to lie. The guy on the other end and myself, we're not runners. I mean, hello, we're not going to hide this. We're not even going to pretend this. However, what does Metal Monday mean? Please tell me.
So every Monday, people from around the globe, and you know this, you runners, you're guilty of it too. I was guilty of it too. People post their pictures from the weekend races with their medals. So it has become internationally known as Metal Monday. But one of the things that I like to do as I've gone around this globe, served the running community, is I like to pick out people every Monday, and instead of posting medals of the races I've run, I don't think I've won any. That's crazy. But the races that I've run, I post people on my Metal Monday. So I always look for somebody to celebrate.
But you know what? Today we're going to celebrate you. We're going to celebrate you and your success, everything you've gone through with all these beautiful people in the building. 5 shots, 5 wounds, 5 reasons to make your life change around. With everything that you've been through, how does this turn around and motivate you to continue doing what you're doing presently?
Well, I got to a place where I experienced so much at one time. I was having my own personal pandemic for a couple of years after being shot 5 times in a workplace shooting. And I experienced runner's depression, PTSD, hypervigilation, anxiety, depression, crying spells that were uncontrollable. You name it, I was experiencing it emotionally, physically, psychologically. I had sleep deprivation for almost 7.5 years. I learned that you can actually die from sleep deprivation. I did not know that. So my doctors were working actively to try to get me to sleep. I was hallucinating. There was a lot of trauma, a lot of drama. And the moment that I was like on the couch, laying there, telling myself, if I don't do something to get my life back, my son's gonna come home. He's gonna find me dead on the couch from depression and sadness.
What a way to motivate yourself and turn around and want to become something bigger, greater, and get yourself out of what you were going through.
I have a question for you. How did the name The Running Servant become part of who you are?
To be honest with you, I was trying to coin the phrase big sexy. So I was having a hard time getting people to, get on board with that. Even before the shooting, once I discovered the awesome running community, and I just want to say the running community for me is the heartbeat of society. So I don't care where you are right now. If you're part of the running community, if you're a runner, if you're here on the cheer squad, if you're a vendor, if you're a volunteer, especially a volunteer, I just want you to stop where you are and give somebody a hand clap of appreciation. Wherever you are in the building, give somebody a hand clap of appreciation. Just stop what you're doing and tell somebody, because this is an awesome running community. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But even before the shooting, once I discovered the running community, I would show up places and I would see that they needed help. And I would just jump in. So my friends was always like, man, you always somewhere running and serving, running and serving. And the next thing you know, it just went to where people started calling me the running servant. And that name kind of stuck more than any other name, more than Big Sexy. What's up, Red Bull in the house by the stage, y'all? If y'all want a Red Bull, y'all better come to the stage. Get to Red Bull right now. The ladies are walking through. They got full containers.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the Red Bull girls working too. Get your Red Bull right now. You know what, though? Let's do this. Actually, you know what, ladies? Do me a favor. Come up here real quick. Come on.
Get the Red Bull girls up here on
Come
stage.
on.
Don't be shy.
Come on. Make some noise for the Red Bull girls, ladies and gentlemen.
When I say red, you say bull. Red.
Bull.
Red.
Bull.
Yeah, come on up, ladies. Come on up. You know, come on up. Come on, give them a hand clap. Help them up, everybody. Come on, ladies. Come on. Come on.
Don't make me come down and get you now.
Yeah, I heard if you come up on stage, you have a better chance of winning the cars, the Subarus. So come on up, Ottawa Subarus. I'll be in your passenger seat.
What's your name? Warren and Nicole. Pleasure to meet y'all today. Pleasure to meet y'all today. Look at that. You got a rifle. Look at that.
You guys look more nervous than anything else I've seen in a long time. Don't go away. Come here. Come here. Lauren, right? Okay, which one are you? Nicole. Actually, no, both of you. Come here for a quick second. So I have a question for you, because I'm tired of asking people. I don't get this. It says you guys are the Red Bull girls here. I'm actually going to get wings because I'm tired of drinking this and not being able to fly. Like, this is not fair.
You gotta try it to find out.
No, I've tried it. I drink way too much. My heart hurts now. However, am I going to finally get my wings today or what?
I mean, you got to open that and find out.
Oh, okay, but if I don't fly, what am I getting in return?
Another can.
Oh. You know what? Thank you for being here, girls. We had to give it up for the Red Bull girls. Check them out. Go say nice.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much, ladies.
Don't be shy, because you know what being shy? Hi!
Loving the energy, loving the vibe right now. You know what we do.
So with big energy, we also want to give a shout out to all the vendors in the building today, because you know what? If it wasn't for you guys, this event would not be able to go on. So I want to say sexy, because all the colors, all the beauty that I see out here, it's just amazing. So Aaron, getting back to you, where do you hail from? Because you're all over the place. You were in Denver last week. You were, I'm not even going to go there, because you've been almost 50 states. Every year you do 50 states, 50 cities, 50 dang marathons. I don't know how you do it. However, where are you coming from?
That great state of Texas. Houston, Texas is the place I live when I'm there. But to be honest with you, I'm rarely there anymore. I literally travel the globe going around telling my story to inspire, to invigorate, and ignite passions within people. I don't care if it's your personal goal, your professional goal, or your physical goal. Metal Monday is for you, because it was a place of literal darkness for me that I had to fight to get out of. So it took several years. Like I was saying, I was in my own personal pandemic, and then the next thing you know, the world felt sorry for me, so everybody joined me in the pandemic, and the whole world went on a pandemic. Now that would have been good, except for the fact I got a bullet in my right gluteus maximus. As somebody said earlier to me, oh, you got a bullet in the butt. You got a bullet in the butt.
What did you say?
You got a bullet in the butt.
What you say?
I got a bullet in my butt.
Hey.
Let me tell you how it happened one day back when. I'm about to hit the first Prince on us. But no, seriously, hey, listen, this is a beautiful thing, y'all, because this is genuine. I didn't feel like this 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or even 5 years ago. And I fought to get here. And that's why I don't charge for my book. I say, listen, if you want a book, come get a book. If you can make a donation of any size, I would appreciate it. It keeps me going around. And also when charities ask me to come and speak for them, I don't like charging them, especially because I'm focused on charities that focus on families, mentoring families, getting kids to run, and also especially when it comes to troubled youth. And so that's what I do. This rib, though, I'm gonna tell you, you know where I discovered Red Bull? At ultra marathoners. Do I have any ultra marathoners in the house? Oh, I got 2 over there. She got excited. Them ultras, we something crazy. We special, y'all. My first time I ran a race was a 50 miler. And that was when I started off. Y'all, I was almost 400 pounds when I first started running. So I'm telling y'all this because you ain't got to be great to get started, but you can get started great. Plus, if you get started, you can look like Big Sexy.
Okay. So, Big Sexy, we're gonna put this to the test because I've been hearing. I came down all the way from Toronto to come see you today. So, I heard you got moves. I heard you got moves. So, I want to see if we can put that to the test, my friend.
So, yesterday I was asking you if you can dance. I was asking what you like to do on your off time. And this guy here, he pretends he can dance. Give me that mic. You guys had your Red Bull already? All right. Put your cups down. You know rubbing those ones today.
I feel like I'm on an audition instead of an interview. You guys got in hoodwinked me. Got me up here in front of all these people. Now you want me to dance, huh? All right, ladies. All I'm going to say is get your money out so you can make it rain because I'm about to get my step on. And now, don't worry about what you just thought in the back of your head. Don't worry about that part. I'm just going to dance.
All right, let's see those moves there. Let's see who's got better moves up on stage right now. Oh. Aaron's got moves. Bacon, you know what? Jimmy Vera. Show them what Team Abiertos knows what to do.
Bacon did it, y'all. Give him a hand clap, y'all.
Give me a hand for the boys. Give a hand for the boys, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's nice when you get to see 2 big guys like this turn around and get on second.
Come on, big man, get down. You know what to do.
So, while we were talking and getting to know Aaron, something came up between the 2 of us. We noticed that you talk a lot about your weight loss. Do you attest that to your running or to your changes that you had to do?
Both. In running, I had to deal with why I was the size I was. And a lot of times, and I think I spoke about this last year on mental health, is you have to deal with your why. A lot of people are running, and they're running for a reason. And what they're doing is they're getting the benefits of the running, which I was. But I wasn't dealing with the source of why I had grown to be overweight. And mine was emotional eating. And so I had a lot of emotional wounds, a lot of emotional scars. I never felt adequate. I never felt like I was accepted by anybody. So for me, it was eating Bluebell ice cream, which if you ever go to Texas, make sure you get the Bluebell ice cream, the best ice cream in the country. So it was me, Bluebell ice cream, a pint, and I would throw in a king size pack of M&Ms, peanut, and then I would wash it down with a cold red every night. And that was my emotional eating. And that's how I gained weight. So in order to stop that, I had to deal with the cause of that. So I had to go in and I had to deal with some things where I had some parental rules. My mom and my dad, and I talk about this in my book, with my family, is I was treated totally different than the rest of my siblings. Now I got 17 siblings. So between my mom and my dad, and you can imagine, I'm the youngest on one, and I thought I was the youngest on the other side, but I got 3 younger than me. But even then, I was not treated like they treated their other kids. I was treated like I was picked up on the corner somewhere, like somebody left me on steps. And I used to tell people that I felt more like Cinderella, so I could relate to Cinderella. And that's how I felt. And until I dealt with that, along with starting my journey to run, along with changing my diet, the first year that I started running in 2010, I lost 100 pounds.
Can you imagine losing 100 pounds in a year?
Actually, yes, I can, because I've done that myself. It's possible.
I know it's possible. We've done the impossible and the impossible thing.
Of course, of course. So I know you're doing. I know you're doing this, and you're raising awareness, and people around the globe are taking on what you're doing. If there's something that you can say to the people here that I can bring back home and let them know down there about not giving up on yourself, what would that message be?
I know it's going to be a shocker, but I would say give up on yourself. You don't have what it takes to get you where you need to go. When you're at the bottom, when you're in a place where you can't figure it out, when you're in a place where nobody can help you, nobody understands, when you're in a place where you don't want to talk to anybody, when you're in a place where you don't want to listen because the advice that people are giving you, you just get frustrated with it more, and people give you, they're well-meaning, but they give you advice and it doesn't, you know it ain't gonna help you because you've been there and you've done that and you've told them, but they're not really understanding you or listening. So you really can't depend upon yourself. I remember telling my doctor, so I went and got some therapy. I went and seen the psychologist and the psychiatrist right away. And in America, for a black man to go see a psychiatrist or a psychologist is a huge step. Because as a man, you're looked at as being weak. You know, if you trying to holler, hey, what's up, mamacita? Hey, let me get that number. By the way, I got a psychiatrist appointment. Can we go have some coffee afterwards? She gonna look at you like, oh, something wrong with you. Oh, you sick. Oh, you got the cooties. So we don't want to tell people that we're getting mental health help. We want to come across as strong, and women find that attractive. But the thing is, if you're supposed to depend on me for strength, who am I supposed to depend on? So I had to lean on other people that were there, that I literally knew that God put in my life to help me, because they were all about me. They were all about listening to me, understanding where I was, and thinking about what I needed, not what they wanted to say. The other thing was, I had a question. My doctor asked me one day, he said, what is your hope in? Why haven't you killed yourself? And you know, when you see the psychiatrist after you've gone through what I've gone through, you have to answer those questions, because they don't want to get a call saying that you committed suicide and they don't address where you are. So again, it was about helping me. not what was comfortable for them. And so he asked me what my hope was in, and I told him it's not a what, but a who. And he said, who? And I told him, Jesus, my Lord. And I said, because I know he lives, I know that this is going to change. I can't tell you when it's going to change, but I know it's going to change. So I would literally go to Starbucks every day, have a coffee, sit outside, and there was this tree right across the parking lot. And I would look at that tree, and I would see the seasons of that tree. It lose its leaves. I would see how it was vibrant, how the birds and the squirrels would run up it. But then when it didn't have leaves, when it couldn't give anything to sustain life, it was barren. But even though I thought it was dead and dying, it was only for a season. It was cycling through. And so I began to allow God to minister to me to let me know that you didn't die. You're not dead. You're going to cycle through this. The problem I had, and the problem many of us have, is we want to know how long it's going to be. We talk about hitting a wall when you're doing marathon running. But what are you going to do as a man? And I'm talking to the man right now. What are you going to do as a man when you hit the wall in life? And like I didn't have a plan in place for what happened to me in this devastating workplace shooting. You got to have that plan. You got to have people in your life. And you can't worry about, and I say this all the time, you cannot worry about how you look to people. Because you can look good and not be good. Right, ladies? We can look good and not be good. But I would rather look like I look. And this is a poignant issue that I'm going to bring up here. I'd rather look the way I look and be good than look good and not be good. So people ask me all the time when I was going through what I was going through, why don't you go get a haircut? Why don't you trim your beard? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And I would tell them, that's the easiest thing for me to do. I'm working on something a lot deeper and further down inside of me that needs help. I can go get a haircut. I can go get my beard trimmed. That's the easiest thing to do. But when I look at myself in that mirror, I look and I see the raw version of me. And I ask myself, are you ready to go get that haircut? Are you ready to go get that beard trimmed? Are you ready to get the razor edge up, to look tight? And I tell myself honestly, no, I'm not. But when I get ready, it's gonna be time. And when it's time, you know what I'm gonna do.
Oh no, you gotta tell us what you're gonna do. But before we do that, you have to admit, your look, your hair is unique. I don't care what anybody says, wherever we go, wherever we are. The look of that hair. When I walked in here yesterday to start setting up, I just turned around, I'm like, okay, there's Aaron. No matter where you go, no matter what you are, no matter what city you're in, people are gonna recognize you because you're you.
Not just in the city, but countries. So I was running a London marathon, and I think we were about mile 11. And all of a sudden, in this accent that you can only repeat in London, I heard somebody yell, "Running 7!"
Oh my God. But you know, as a mental health advocate that you are now, and I'm speaking to the men, because the ladies, they always do a great job of taking care of themselves, getting all the love and the attention that they need, getting the help that they need. But as a man, what is the biggest thing you would recommend for men to do nowadays for their own mental well-being?
Find a support community, a support group. And when I talk one-on-one to people, I tell them this. If you as a man don't have people in your life, if you don't have other men that are in your life that can speak to you truth and love, And listen to me on this, ladies, because you never want to marry a man that think he's the final authority of his life. That's going to be a terrible decision. But I tell, for the mental aspect, you need to have other men that are wise, spiritual, grounded, rooted, that have lived life, that are seasoned, that can speak truth and love to you and tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And if you got friends that's telling you what you want to hear, they're really not your friends. You need to have people in your life that tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Because when the bottom drops, and by God's grace, if the bottom never drops in your life, thank God. But if the bottom drops, you got to have people of character around you that's going to be there for you. Because I'm going to tell you something. As big and as sexy as I am, and I am big and sexy.
Oh, I know too, bro. I feel that.
I didn't want to be around myself at times, let alone have somebody around me. But I had a group of men that were praying for me. I had a group of men that came alongside of me and told me, you're not crazy. I had a group of men that encouraged me, checked on me. I had a group of men that wasn't moved by their emotions or their feelings about how I was acting because I was being unstable at the moment. That was to be expected. But they spoke truth and love. They helped me because I needed help. Not because I could do anything for them, but that they were there for me. So find you a group of men, mentors, ministers, pastors, priests, whatever it is, that can tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
That's very special. That's very special, my friend.
Yeah, the needs and the wants is something very different, and a lot of people characterize both words as one. But what you just showed there is the significant difference between the two. And a lot of people need to recognize that, because needing something and wanting something is two different things in the ways that people try to get it. So I really commend you on that. Like that's an awesome message, and I hope everybody here listening takes it in, because that's something really, really special.
And just to piggyback on that, I just really would like to encourage people that are running. You know what you're running for. You know your why. Please, no matter how big or how small that elephant is in your room, or those skeletons are in your closet, when you're out there and you're having that, believe me, I miss it more than words can describe. Being on a 20, 30, 40-mile long run. But when you're out there and you have that clarity of mind and you have that clear moment, please take time to slay your dragons.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm loving this right now. But we're going to do something real special real quick for the people here at the Running Expo. On behalf of Radio Rico, who wants a free t-shirt? Who wants a free t-shirt? Anybody want a free shirt? Let me see what we run on over here. Anybody want a free shirt? Come on. Anybody want a shirt? Want a shirt over here? Someone come up to the front. Go up to the front if you want a shirt.
Don't be shy. We got a couple of shirts we're going to give away right now. Oh, yeah.
I think the vendors want shirts. So if you can send a representative up here, if you're a vendor, they can bring your shirt back if they catch it for you.
All right. So you can check us out at radioquerico.com. I'll be boy. Oh, sorry about that, sir. Sorry about that.
No problem. I used to be a quarterback.
Show him. Let's go! Oh man, that's awesome.
Definitely it's all about giving back and making sure people feel nice and loved. Uh-oh. This looks like 2 limes and a blueberry. That's all I'm saying about that.
Who want Big Sexy? What lady want to catch me?
All right. That's awesome. 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 That's awesome.
You know what? I think we should auction him. We should auction him off one of these days. I think we'd get good money for him. One night with Big Sexy. I'm not saying anything else on that one. However, so what made you want to come to Ottawa? Out of all places that you go to, that there's marathons, big cities like Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. Jesus, you've been in London, you've been in Denver, you name it, you've been there. Wait, you were in Japan? Okay, but that was new to me. However, what made you want to come here? I'm not going to Ohio, I'm scared of that place.
That's you want to speak Japanese, just say Ohio. It's a greeting. Konnichiwa. I don't know too much, but I'm telling you, Ottawa is special to me. So I want to give it up to the Pace team, the bunnies. If you see a bunny, your bunny is your friend. If they got the ears on with that little stick with the time up top, they're your friends. So when you line up in the corrals for your race, make sure you introduce yourself to them. Tell them your name so that they'll know you personally. Now, if I'm your bunny, I'm gonna ask you your name 1,000 times because I have a hard time remembering. But I was supposed to come up here to pace. That was the invitation because I used to pace a lot of races. But we had I tell you, so many tragic moments in Texas. Most people are gonna remember Hurricane Harvey, which was a huge hurricane. Hurricane Harvey covered the whole state of Texas. One hurricane. That is a huge hurricane. Now I live in Houston. So not only did we get the dirty side with the tide coming in, but we also got the backside of the hurricane dropping, I think it was 15 inches within an hour or so, and then a total of 30 inches. But then as it went up north of us, it just stopped over Texas and just dumped rain. Well, anything below the Red River, all that water got to come to Houston. That's why it's called the Bayou City, because everything got to drain to Houston. So I've been in Houston for 43 years and had never seen anything like it. I was supposed to come pace then. I couldn't do it because of Hurricane Harvey. Then I was going to pace the next year. Well, because of Hurricane Harvey, my daughter was graduating from high school, which got rescheduled, and it was on the same weekend. And so my pacing buddy was like, dude, don't miss your daughter's graduation to come pace the race. I was like, dude, duh, I'm not about to miss my baby girl's graduation to come pace the race. You know, ain't gonna make that mistake. But anyway, so then the next year, I was supposed to come. Guess what happened? We had a pandemic. The pandemic shut down. And then when it opened it back up, I'm like, I'm gonna come pace the race. Guess what happened? They wouldn't let us in the country. No country would let you in the country. I mean, Hawaii was part of America. They wouldn't even let me in Hawaii. You see? And then eventually I started coming up here. And as I came to pace, the pacer guy, he heard my story. We talked a little bit. I shared some stuff with him. And he told the race directors and the people over the race and over the expo, man, y'all need to hear this dude's story. So the day before I came up here, they contacted me, was like, hey, can you speak when you get here? I was like, sure. Got here, spoke that year. I guess I did pretty good on pacing and speaking because they invited me back. And I guess I did it good again on pacing and speaking because then they invited me back again. And then I guess I didn't do so good on pacing, but on speaking because I got demoted with the Pacers. I'm going down to the 10K, baby. I'm your sweeper pacer. I'm the grim sweeper for the 10K, so you better see me or hear me, whichever one you want is up to you. But I guess I did well on the speaking because they allowed me to come in, bring you guys in to do this interview. And so there are people that are here today that have heard me every time I've come up here. And they've come by my booth and they spoke to me and they've shared with me how they've seen the change. and how they've noticed the change, the growth. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful for that. If you want a copy of the book or you want to come speak to me yourself, I'm on the side of the stage. I'll be here all day. I'll be here all day tomorrow as well.
Yes, indeed. Want to thank you very much for that, because that book, I'm going to make sure I read up on that and hear more and learn more, because that's how we do with Abiertos. We listen, we learn, we educate, and poke some fun when we need to. We have a great time.
Yeah, but we also judge. Don't forget about that.
Yes, we do judge. Of course, we definitely judge.
Judge everything.
Yeah, we don't care.
There's no listens and silence over here. So, with that being said, if you haven't picked up a copy of the book, Metal Monday, make sure you come by and see Aaron. He'll sign it for you. He'll hug you. He'll be nice to you. Maybe he'll pick you up like we picked him up. I don't know. Life happens. So, tomorrow, are you racing tomorrow or are you racing today? When are you racing? What time are you racing tomorrow?
So tomorrow, we'll be back here at 4:30 for another interview, part 2. We're going to get more in depth with what happened. Today was a little bit, I say a little more playful for a reason, but we're going to get more serious about the 50 states, what I went through, what I faced. We're going to dig deeper down and further in. After we do that tomorrow at 4:30 to 5:30, then I'm headed right over to the race to do the 10K.
Busy man. Busy man. Once again, thanks to all the sponsors that are here with us today. They're going to be here all weekend long. Thanks to Tamarack for having us. And Aaron, I have one question before I say goodbye to you today. And it's very important. All these races that are coming through, all these beautiful people that you see on, whether it's at the expo, during the first mile, 10th mile, 12th mile, kilometer for us. How do you feel when somebody comes up and turns around and doesn't know who you are, but they try to approach you? Are you somebody that will accept that? Are you somebody that's gonna turn around and be the life of the party? How are you with the runners? How do you want to be with the runners?
I'm an open book, so, approach me. I'm gonna feed off of you, you feed off of me. You wanna talk, we can talk. Ask questions. You wanna chat, you wanna party at the back of the pack. Whatever you wanna do, that's what I'm out there. I'm here to run and serve the global running community. I'm here for you. So whatever you need, no matter who you are, whether you're running, whether you're on a cheer squad, whether you're a vendor or a volunteer, I'm here. I remember the first year I spoke, I had one of the vendors that she was working. She came over and she spoke to me about a personal issue, and I gave her some good advice, and it helped her. I seen her the next year, and she said, thank you. So I'm just here. I'm here to run and serve. You need a piggyback ride, whatever it is, that's what I'm here for.
That's awesome. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Communicating with everybody, getting along, living this life as we live, and doing it in that big property. You know what I mean? Mr. Burros, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate this time, meeting you, hearing so much about it, and getting the facts in here. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, at the Runners Expo for Mr. Aaron Burros, please.
Toronto, right? Yeah, I got a boy over here on the last aisle leading to the exit. His name is Alan, with the Toronto Marathon. It's like on the waterfront. I wonder if we can go fishing after the marathon.
I wouldn't recommend it.
They don't have.
I would not recommend going fishing down there. No way.
Where do we get the walleye from? I want some walleye.
No, you'll be getting a walleye then.
No, but I want to give a shout out to Alan in Toronto and the other marathons that are here that I spoke to. I'm looking forward to coming to your marathon running and serving as well. I want to thank the organizers of the expo here, the marathon here, everybody here. Pat, couldn't do it without you. Alex, Todd, Team Money. Thank you so much.
You do have to give it up to the AD guys. They've been very, very good to us.
And remember, what God has done for me, I can't put a price on it. So come get a book.
That doesn't look like instruments.
Whatever you want to donate, it's up to you. I use the money to go around and continue to speak, to serve other communities. I also use the money to give to charitable causes that mentor families, that focus on families, focus on the youth, getting them running, and especially when it comes to troubled teens, because the guy that shot me, he was somewhere between 16 and 19 years old.
That's very sad that somebody of that age would have to find themselves a need to do this. It's very bothersome with so many teens, so many great opportunities for teenagers, the youth nowadays. I had a question, it's not even for you two. I want to know when Autos is going to hand me the keys to that black Beamer right there. Don't say you don't have it because the lights just went on. I saw it. I want to take that home with me. I'm not searching you. I promise.
I know I can speak for him. He does not have the keys. I know where they are though. I don't know where they are, but I know who knows where they are. But if you really want it, you can go win it. Make sure you sign up.
I want to win. I just want to drive it right now. Thank you very much for being here. Aaron, tomorrow, round 2, we're going to get in depth with your life.
Yes,
we're going to get in depth with everything else. Thank you very much for being here with us, mi gente.
Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody.
Don't forget to scan the QR code that's going to be popping up. We're going to be giving away a pair of shoes from Swift Running Fly Free. Make sure you scan that. There's a great opportunity for all you racers to win a beautiful pair of shoes.